perhaps even God's will and intention for us is intrinsically connected to the universe, then as Christians, we need not treat science as an enemy, but as an ally in the pursuit of truth.
We take God for granted, and we take the incredible things we experience in faith for granted, and we lose our astonishment.
Well, this past Friday, we had a taste of the stir that a plummeting meteorite can engender as one exploded over central Russia. Soon after the event, a priest was quoted claiming that the meteorite was a sign of God's intervention, bearing a warning to humanity about the fragility of life.
Stars were born, grew, and died, and the galaxy was taking the shape of a flower the way it looks now on a starry night. Take a mental trip back in your minds and imagine that you lived in the days that the Psalms were being written. Thousands of years ago, when you could see the Milky Way sort of like this in the night sky.
I speak about integrity being our religion. Mm-hmm. Integrity is another way of saying right relationship to reality. It's being in right relationship to what's fundamentally real at all scales and all levels of our experience. So it's having right relationship with your mother, your father, your sister, your cousin, your children, your bioregion. Are you in right relationship to the air, water, and soil and life of your where you live? Because a lot of Christians think that we can praise God, but trash the environment or treat others in an unjust way. And that's literally to be out of touch with the reality.
Some of my own work works on theological anthropology, which is just a fancy way to say, right, the relationship between God and humans. So I'm really interested in this relationship between God and humans. And if you look at it on one hand, that relationship looks like human beings are really this remarkably special, privileged creature, right? You really see humanity is really just a blip. Just, we're latecomers on the scene. We haven't been here very long.
I think there are more decision points in people's lives now because of technology that we didn't have before. And what happens is, I think, at least in most parishes, the responsibility for talking about that comes to the pastor, and the pastor has almost no training to know where this should go.
Interestingly enough, just in the last week or so, they've confirmed the existence of the Higgs boson particle, which is that particle that is thought to be the convert on the quantum level, convert energy into matter. And I remember hearing Frank Schaeffer once ask, kind of reflecting on the possible existence of this particle, that if God is love, that the fundamental energy of the universe is love. And what if that's what's actually being turned into matter, is love?
And if the church can be a little more flexible with what we think has to be, rather than let things grow so that they break out of the box, that would be a terrible thing. We need to say, let's think outside the box. Let's try to have that conscious awareness of ourselves as creatures, that God may be speaking in new ways. Not particularly, maybe we're hearing in new ways, that we can evolve to the place where we can catch whispers.
You have anointed me and given me strength. My eyes